You're watching the Fox 5 Morning News at 7.
Time right now is 7:46. Do you find holiday gift giving to be a bit awkward? Maybe it's confusing. Oh man, it's a nightmare for me. Gina DeLappa, America's Ultimate Reminders coach, is back here to tell us how to give and receive gifts with confidence and with class. Gina, good morning.
Good morning, Raul. Would you like the short answer to your earlier question about thank you notes?
Yes.
Short answer is no.
Okay.
So, I just thought we'd just all digest our food better. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Like a thank you is fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, we'll get to that.
Number one, know your audience. I live by this rule no matter what I do. Know your audience.
Yeah, know your audience, and I'll bet you also know your relationship to your audience.
Indeed.
You know, so as an example, I can tell you with certainty, no one wants to get, let's say, the big book of table manners as a gift, okay? You know, and everyone's got a story, I do, I'm guessing you do, about one of those little passive-aggressive gifts that just didn't really land well. And so what I'm encouraging folks to do is give gifts that, number one, the other person will enjoy and that they'll feel comfortable receiving from you. You know, there's certain things that your mother-in-law can or cannot give. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because there's a vibe. So pay attention to that. That's what we mean by know your audience.
Perfect. Okay. Secondly, we say give without strings attached. This is important because a lot of people give something and then they expect the same thing in return, and it better be on the same level.
Well, either that or it's like, you know, did you hang that giant Elvis painting I gave you? And if so, why not? You know what I'm saying? So as best you can, once that gift is out of your hands, you got to let it go.
Right.
In fact, I think it's even a nice gesture when it's appropriate, include a gift receipt. And that does two things. Number one, it takes the pressure off finding the perfect gift, and it communicates a little warmth and respect and kindness to the person. It's kind of like, you want to exchange it? Be my guest.
Okay.
I want you to be happy.
I love it.
Yeah.
This whole reciprocity thing, you know, it's complicated.
Well, it shouldn't be a transaction.
Yeah.
It should be a gift from the heart. It shouldn't be, if it's done in obligation, it's probably going to be received with, you know, a little.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, third rule. Play by the rules.
Right. You know, and rules kind of keep everybody on track. So, for example, I'm sure you've been part of a gift exchange.
Unfortunately,
right? Yeah. You know, in your neighborhood, your workplace, wherever. And let's say that the limit is $10. Okay, someone shows up with a gift basket the size of Cleveland. Well, you know, now they've kind of thrown everything off, and they've kind of diverted the attention away from the celebration and onto themselves. So you don't want to make anyone feel awkward or in your debt with your gifts. So that's what we mean by play the rules. And I think this is also true among friends or couples that, you know, if we say we're not going to get gifts and then you show up with one and I'm empty-handed.
And speaking of rules, Chrissy wants to break the rules by asking you a question in the middle of this.
Oh,
Chrissy, what's your question?
Can you regift? Can you regift?
Regifting, Gina.
Regifting. You know, well, let's face it, regifting happens.
Yes.
But Chrissy, I would say this, with regifting, I would have the utmost consideration for, number one, the person who gave you the gift in the first place. Because if it's your grandmother or something, then the stakes are higher than if it's just
your husband or something like that.
The answer to that.
Well, okay, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. If you're going to regift, it should be also done with the best interest of the recipient. If you're just doing it to clean out your closet and check a box, the recipient's going to kind of pick up on that and go like, dude, you just regifted this.
Or so, maybe they can't.
I've been regifted, and we're going to get to that. Just cue me with hand-me-down chocolates. Okay?
Okay, number 4. You say add a personal touch.
Right. If you really want to take your gift giving up a level, I don't think this is required, but it's always appreciated. You know, it could be something, a plate of homemade goodies or a little note of appreciation, let's say, to your kid's teacher. That's going to be well received. You can tuck in a little gift card if you want, but that's a way to you know, up level the meaning of your gift.
Yeah. Okay. Finally, acknowledge every gift.
Right.
What is that? Wait.
Okay.
Acknowledge every. What does that mean?
Okay. It doesn't.
Not the thank you card.
Here's the thing. Well, I mean, some things, if I give you a kidney, then yeah, I'd probably like a little card, some flowers or something. But a lot of times, here's the thing. Acknowledge every gift doesn't mean that it has to be a formal thank you note, hand calligraphed. It can be thanking them in person, giving them a hug, picking up the phone. It can be a text. I mean, but acknowledge every gift. And if you're a public figure, you get probably things from a lot of people. It's impossible, but you can put a statement on social media, or you can acknowledge, with heartfelt gratitude. The big thing about acknowledgement is it should be timely and sincere, but what form it takes is really up to you.
Ah, yes.
Does that help?
Sincerity is the key.
Yes, but does that take the burden off? Because again,
Yep.
we're not here to make this. We're here to make this more fun, not less.
Yeah. It's kind of like the sincerity, like when you get a present Christmas morning, and how many times have you opened it, you're not super happy, but oh my God, it just be nice to other people. It's the holiday.
Well, it's somebody did their best, and that's the part you acknowledge. And someone did give me hand-me-down chocolates once, and I know because I opened the box and there was a pre-printed message inside, and it said, and I quote, "Thank you for being a Sears Best customer." Not that
there
I'm
you
good.
go.
But you know what? But the gesture was meant well, and it was a little cheesy, but it was fine because it wasn't a close friend.
I'm going to add one more thing to your
Yes.
add the personal touch. Sending out Christmas cards, sign it or say hi in handwriting.
Oh, right. And don't send me a letter about how great you're doing. You know what I mean? And how you're. Apparently,
I'm
I
going to
hit
send
a
a letter about
nerve.
how
I just
miserable
heard like
certain
this.
things are and just keep it real.
No,
No?
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to hear about your surgeries, and I don't want to hear about. I don't know. If you got to write that kind of letter, send it to yourself. I don't know.
I love Gina. Send it to yourself.
Apparently, I hit a nerve. That was not my intention. That was not on the script.
But that's what happens when we talk. We kind of go off on. But we got through the list. That's what matters. This was just bonus time.
I hope I didn't step on any toes.
No,
It
never.
wasn't my intent.
Gina DeLappa, always a pleasure.
Likewise.
Thank you so much. Keep it to yourself. No, I'm kidding. For more about Gina, including how to sign up for her free newsletter, you can go to fox5sandiego.com and click the Scene On tab.